Hi everyone, and welcome to this lesson planning demo. I wanted to give you an example of what I'm expecting of you when you submit your lesson planning video. So as you're aware, your lesson plan should focus on three components, either health, safety, or nutrition. The lesson plan that I'm demoing for you today is focusing on nutrition. And as always, we want it to be child-directed, child-geared, and they are able to take the lead within this process, and we are guiding them as the educator and as that support system. So this activity is geared for K through 5th grade students. You can also make it applicable to preschoolers, but I've done this activity with school-age children, so that's what I'm gearing this towards. We have our materials in front of us and ready. We want to make sure that's always available when we're working with kids. We don't want to be looking for things while we're have them at the table. We want to make sure that everything is accessible. So today I have, and I've already washed my hands since we are doing a cooking project. I have our gloves. I have our Ziploc bag, the ingredients for our trail mix, and this is a nut-free trail mix. We all are aware that there are many types of food allergies out there, and we want to ensure that we are being inclusive and we're not excluding children. And there is a probability that you will have kids in your program with food allergies. So we want to be mindful of the items that we're using. I have my ingredients list that I wrote out, and typically you would have your students write this out. And I have a stapler and, most importantly, measuring cups. In addition to this being a nutrition lesson plan, this is also can be used as a math lesson plan as well when it comes to ratio and understanding fractions. So let's get into it. Let me put on my gloves. So as I put on my gloves, let me let you know what materials or what ingredients we have to put in our trail mix. We have sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, we have chopped, dried apricots, we have raisins, cranberries, and then we have cereal. I chose Special K. It's light in sugar, and as you can remember, we want to be mindful of our sugar intake and not consume too much sugar within our diet, our daily diet. Okay? I'm almost done putting on my gloves. Just want to make sure we're practicing health and safety when we're doing lesson plans with our kids. So I have my Ziploc bag. I chose to use a quart-sized Ziploc bag. And this recipe asks for half of a cup of sunflower seeds. I'm going to do my best to fill it. Then it asks for half a cup of pumpkin seeds. And then we're moving to our dried apricot, which is 1/4 of a cup. Then we have 1/4 of a cup of cranberries, 1/4 of a cup of raisins, and 1/4 of a cup of dried cereal. And I really like this cereal, so I might add half a cup. And your students might ask that, can I put more? Oh yeah, you can put more, right? This is ultimately their experience, and they might like some foods more than others, but the big thing is you want to make sure that they modify that on their recipe card, right? So here is my delicious trail mix, and this is also a learning experience in addition to a nutrition lesson plan. And as always, we want to make sure that we're providing different experiences for kids, so make sure that they are writing on their recipe card. So right now I'm stapling my recipe card, because if we're going to be using food, we want to make sure when we send this home, parents are fully aware of what's inside. Right? We're being inclusive, we're being mindful, and we are letting parents know that the items that their children are consuming. Okay? So when doing this activity, you might want to be asking open-ended questions, right? What are some other ingredients we could add within our trail mix? Have you had trail mix before? What was in that brand of trail mix? So it sort of gets them thinking about other food items, and we also want to use this as a learning experience as well. As always, we need to also teach kids how to put things away. So when you're done with this activity, if you do have extra items, as I do, you want to make sure that kids are part of that process, because we want to be respectful of food, because we know that there's scarcities within different societies or different pockets within our country. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson plan activity. I look forward to seeing your posts online. If you have any questions, feel free to go to our discussion board on Canvas, or we could talk about this in class.